Hi Virgos, and welcome to your October 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk to you about the energy coming in for your sign in October. So I really like what I'm seeing for you guys, and I won't lie, your energy has been coming in really strong as I've been sitting here and meditating. I've kind of just taken about an hour actually, and I've just thought about my own experience. And I've just, in the back of my mind, been thinking about the energy of Virgo, the Virgos in my life, and how much things are so clearly changing, but how much you want to really cement a solid, stable, continuing chain of events. So we've got just a touch of conflict. My eyes are looking straight towards that Two of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles energy coming in, Two of Swords. You guys have an incredible horizon. Okay, the Sun, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. You are truly starting to come into contact with soul purpose, soul essence. I've talked a lot about this for the other signs as well, but this entire second half of 2020 is made for us to really see what we're meant for, and for us to get a glimpse, if not step right into our soul goal. So very goal oriented. Virgo is a goal oriented sign, and I feel like there needs to be a shift. Something does need to change a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Something needs to change. Okay. And it's not about freaking out about it. It's not about getting too perfectionist with it. But you will see very clearly in the moment what is not really meant for you anymore. But you might try to force yourself to make it happen, or you might try to force yourself to keep that relationship going, or just keep that consistency going, or just keep this going. And yeah, I do think there are a few things that you guys need to keep going. Six of Pentacles is kind of like that, and Nine of Wands is especially like that. So you feel like you've almost reached a goal, or you've almost reached a pinnacle in one place. And it's like you won't let yourself stop, or you won't let yourself pause with that or pull back at all just because you're so close to it. When in reality, things are starting to shift and change a little bit. And there's going to be this time here throughout October where you have a bit of flexibility, okay? Where you have a little bit of leeway, I'm going to say. November will kind of be that way for you too. October and November, you guys really don't have to worry about that much. It feels like you've really gotten the major things in order. Anything that was extremely out of whack feels to be a thing of the past for you, and things are generally working well. So October and November, there's nothing acute about the changes that you need to make. But by the time we're getting to December, especially around Sag and Capricorn season, it really does feel like the overarching moral of the story has to become so visible and so front and center. And you guys kind of already know it now. It's kind of at a gut level right now. So sacral chakra, you have gut feelings, you have a certain suspicion about things, and those are probably pretty correct. You feel very well guided by your instincts to me. And on the other hand, it feels like your logical mind is quite adjacent to your gut instincts. So that's something for October that you could really work on, or that you could try to really bring into alignment, is the gut versus the logic. Okay. And I mean, that's spiritual mastery stuff. We all struggle with this, but honestly, I do have to reach a little bit to find any issue for you guys, but it's a beautiful issue. Anything that's a problem is actually really beautiful to see how far you've come, or how far you've evolved. And also it's kind of, what do I want to say? It's the perfect acupuncture as well. We can get things that go wrong with our body, or things that go wrong with our path, and it can feel so enormous, it just feels like everything is off. And sometimes it just takes the smallest acupuncture in the right place to just completely recalibrate your existence. And that to me feels more like what is going on, not just for you, but for everybody, but especially for you. You don't have to completely change everything. You don't have to, totally reform all of the aspects of your life. But there needs to be some kind of acupuncture, or some kind of acupressure, or something needs an adjustment somewhere, okay? It could be small, it could be medium. For some of you, it could be a pretty big adjustment. I will say it feels like for most Virgos, some either decision has to be made or something has to be let go of. There's too much on your plate. That 9 of Wands is going to become 10 of Wands so soon, and it's going to feel quite heavy to keep doing all of this. So it's just a matter of like what you do and don't want, and that should be so clear. Like even on like the last day of September or like the first day of October, you have a really clear ideation or visible result of what is overbearing at this point in time, or what is too much. Something is too concentrated, something is too intense for Virgos, and it's now time to dilute some of these experiences a little bit. So that could look like a few different things. So I'll give you a hypothetical. So say you've got like this business owner who has like put everything they have into this one business, and for like the last, 10 years, they've been full-time working, sweat equity into this business. And if they were a Virgo, let's say they're a Virgo and they come into October of 2020, and it's now starts to become apparent that that's very much a part of who they once were. And, building that business is now maybe not who they are. Okay. It doesn't mean that they have to quit the business. It doesn't mean that they have to like radically change the business. To me, this more so looks like starting new businesses or making the business much more a part-time experience while focusing the majority of your attention elsewhere. It's a little bit of both. We're in Libra season. We've got to balance things. And it feels really physical to me, like how you'll know if you're, getting that right point, that right pressure point with what you're energizing to do. Just really look around you. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. We've come right out of your season, Virgo, and you know as well as anybody that when things go awry, the house gets messy, or there starts to be clutter, or things start to build up. So really just pay attention to how you're feeling in each moment, and then look at your surroundings. Like if you start feeling bad and your house is like totally well put together, you might be able to say, okay, well maybe I'm just thinking too much about things. Maybe this is a mind game. Maybe things are actually okay. But if you're not feeling so great and there's like a lot of clutter or a lot of mess or a lot of disorder around you, as a Virgo, that's when things become like, okay, yeah, there is something off. Okay, we've got to really rethink what we were doing in that exact moment. Okay. The work, because you guys are the workaholics of the zodiac. And your work or what you put effort into day to day should be something that inspires you to keep things even nicer, or should inspire a certain amount of order. Like it goes hand in hand. Some people are different. Like some of us, yes, we have to like work for a really long time and we can't keep up with things elsewhere and the house gets messy, and that's just that. We've like worked really hard and now we have to make a day for cleaning. But Virgo, it's like it should all go hand in hand as you work, as you enjoy what you're doing, as you contribute to what you like, things around you get nicer. There's just nicer and nicer things manifesting, more clean, more nice surfaces. This sounds very perfectionist or obsessive compulsive. It's not that. It's just like that's sort of the sign for Virgo if something is not right, or if the path has kind of pivoted to a weird place, is if there's a lot of clutter or weird, even living in an odd house or living somewhere that's like not right, okay, is a big sign for Virgo. So if you're there, it's a clear sign that it's time to make other choices, okay? Moving on though, Virgo, I'll get into your week to week here in a second, but I do want to say that you've got Ace of Cups and 6 of Wands and the Sun. This is a much better time, and 4 of Wands, to maybe date if you're single, or to really build up your appearance, really build up what you're wearing, really allow your emotions to, with Ace of Cups, have a new source, okay? So feeling new emotions, feeling a new context about certain things. This is much more the right territory for you guys. And it feels to me that things that are like really workaholic or really, obsessed with business or obsessed with the day-to-day is natural to you, but I don't think that it really gives you great results. So now is really the time to get softer. And as Scorpio season comes at the end of this month, you want for things to be as easy as possible. And even by like October 14th, so we have Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio on October 14th. Before then, if you can just have things on autopilot, it's beautiful. Okay. If you can have, just a nice daily routine, and, you've done what you've done, the choices have been made, and this is this. And if you can even just do that until like January of 2021, like that's probably best, but, or at least that's something to aim for. Let's talk about the week-to-week Virgos. So week number 1 of October, you've got the sun rooted down by 9 of Wands. Yeah, you can't do it anymore. Something is totally sapping your life force. Something is way too hard. Something is maybe making... Okay, so the mind game of everything, or the anxiety that you're feeling, the nervousness, that is going to be as a result of trying to materialize something on a base or a foundation that has burned you out for a long time. And it feels odd. It feels odd to make it stronger. Because with the sun card, you're making something stronger. You're wanting to build something bigger. You're wanting to get more energy or more wealth or more source from something that's way too hard, 9 of Wands, or way too demanding, or through the structure of it, it's just too hard. So you have two choices. Either you can make this easier, you can pull back a little bit and allow this structure to remain, or it's time to just really get a different taste, maybe go on a hiatus of some kind and understand what's going on with your energy. Because there's a weird thing about getting a lot of energy and then spending even more of it. Like if you can imagine getting like $1 million and spending $1 million and $1,010 in a few weeks. It's like you get so much, but it's not remaining, or you have all of this purpose and all this motivation, but it's getting really, returned back to the universe really quick through some type of work. So a lot of you are just being worked too hard. And that's when we start to have a dialogue with life. And I'm even starting to lose my voice as I'm talking about that, because this is hard territory for a Virgo, because you guys want to like your work. You want to enjoy what you're doing. But it's really important to think about what life is. And is life just for work? It's certainly not. But in the first week, yes, you're going to just get really clear on this, like what your energy is going to, how much you're getting, how much you're spending. And stay in the sun. Let things be true. Be honest with yourself. Okay, this is such a great month for honesty, especially towards the end of the month. But the whole month of October is so clear, so beautifully honest about the way things are. It's really not lying. It's really not a ambiguous time. Okay, especially I just said especially in the end, but I can also see that before Mercury goes retrograde. It's a different kinds of honesty, which is a funny philosophical thing I could make a whole video about. But the first half of October is a type of honesty that's more courtly, or it's more judicial, I'll call it. Like it's just very clear, regimented, black and white, like legal type of honesty. Whereas the second week is more of an emotional honesty, and it's more of a like, this feeling means that. Okay, if you're getting a bad feeling, something's off. Okay. If by still the end of October there's a bad gut feeling or things don't feel together, it's important to see that. Okay, but second week, Virgos, you have 6 of Wands rooted down by 2 of Pentacles. So you're deciding how you want to express. You're deciding how you want your energy to be projected. And that's a good place to start, I think. Again, we've got an indecisiveness. We've got a Libra season decision to make. Because Virgo loves to discern. Virgo loves to look at options and choices and make a case for each one of them. And we don't want to stretch it out too far. We want to get to the second week, and we want to make a decision by the second week of October. And you need to just proceed through, proceed, keep going, keep moving. Try to not get too stuck and think, this way or that way, this way or that way. It's very 6 in one, half a dozen in the other type of things going on here. And that might be really refreshing for you, Virgo. I don't really think that either decision is that important. It's more of like, which scenery do you want to see as you do it? How hard do you want to make things for yourself? This path in front of you is 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. And what's more important is the new purpose that you see as you're on this journey. So that's that. Week number 3, you guys have 6 of Pentacles rooted down by 4 of Wands. So debt-oriented mentality. Celebrating the overcoming of debt for some of you. What I'm feeling, though, is that you've got to really watch out for spending from your future. This is an important concept that, is actually coming more quickly for you guys, but I'll probably have to talk more about this next month for most of the other signs, because this is going to be a big deal. But it's important to think of the future a little bit, not to future trip too much, But as we are going about our lives and thinking about, okay, I want this, I could do this, I could have this relationship, I could have these types of people, I could appeal to these types of people, I could do this type of business. What is really lending to the future? Is that new car or that new house really the best future manifestation? Do we want to put a certain amount of pressure onto ourselves? Some of you are celebrating some type of purchase or celebrating some type of windfall, which is really good. But you have to kind of see also, as I'm feeling that Six of Pentacles, this is like you and you. If you see the people in the artwork of the card, this is all you, Virgo. Like, how are you giving to yourself? How are you begging yourself for certain things? It's really good to open up that dialogue and see what your inner self is asking. Okay, what also you're willing to give to it. As there feels to be a hierarchical relationship that has emerged for Virgo within their inner self and their like more conscious self. Okay, so that's kind of tough territory. I know that's like, how do we change that? Four of Wands is a lot of it, so that's the card rooting that down. You need to just have fun with things. You need to really think about camaraderie and kinship. Okay, this has been a very Aries month. We had full moon in Aries. We have Mars retrograde in Aries. So we have to really think about what we enjoy and what we like and what we want to pursue in life. Because the overarching Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn is like, I don't care what you want to pursue. This is what you've done. And so this is what you'll do. So we've got that internal conflict, and it's not nice for some of us, but you've got to really overcome it, Virgo, and show us the way, like how we can still pursue what is kind and what is enjoyable while maintaining what has gone well too. So fourth week, Virgos, you've got Ace of Cups rooted down by Two of Swords. Okay, there's something unrequited about that. Okay, so Ace of Cups being a card that deals with new emotional energy, the potential to meet somebody new, the potential to really fall in love as well, the potential to create a self-fulfilling prophecy, the potential to love yourself as well. So with Two of Swords, there's something within all of that that is a little bit unclear to you. Like you're covering your eyes to some kind of, to something you want. Okay, yeah, this is really what's coming through in this reading to me is Virgo is wanting something, or there's something very different that they're wanting, but they just are trying so hard to maintain their status quo of their life, and they're covering their eyes to it. So fourth week won't let you, though. It won't let you cover it, your eyes to it. The Sun also, as your only major arcana card, is going to really show the truth of everything. Very honest month, as I was saying. And something by the fourth week is really committing you to overcoming this need, or committing you to this new purpose or this new vision. There's something of a new vision if you let yourself in the fourth week. And this is inevitable. So there's this purpose. And this, it's like I'm saying this in a way that should be nicer, you know? It's like this should be very relieving that your purpose is inevitable. Purpose is inevitable, Virgo, and this path with your purpose is inevitable, and that should be a wonderful celebration to accept. But there's still something that's kind of shying away, like, oh, I just want to play things safe. I just want to, you know, because there are like serious things in the world right now that are hard to deal with, and it's making us afraid to think about taking things to the next level. So, you know, because it's a risk, you know, and nobody wants to take a risk right now. But I will say that by 2021, there's a little bit of a risk. Maybe it's a risk just to enjoy single life. Maybe it's a risk to make those businesses a reality. Maybe it's a risk to walk through an open door. But I think that it will be inevitable by 2021. So it's just like how quickly you want to make it all happen. But overall, though, Virgo, month of October, beautiful, honest month for you. Your gut will tell the truth. Anything that is too much, like you're feeling like you can't finish, you can't keep going, you can't do this over and over again, it's too repetitive, that is a blessing, because it is giving you the catalyst of a purpose that is a better vision for you. Okay, try to not be discouraged by it, try to celebrate it. And if love does come in, or if you have a new emotional motivation, that is also a blessing. Okay, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Six of Wands, you know, be self-confident. Try to not get too strapped down by any type of emotional debt or physical debt even. And just let the decision be the most natural one. Okay. Anyway, Virgos, I'm going to put together a quick extended reading for you guys over on Patreon. If you guys want to check it out, I think that it's really great. I do weekly tea chats over there, and you get all of the readings early, ad-free, and their extended counterparts. And if you enjoyed this video, always just the likes, comments, and subscribes here on YouTube are very helpful. I'm getting so close to an exciting milestone. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I post new content quite often, and I am very loyal to this channel. So if you would like to hit the subscribe, I would so appreciate it. And comment below, let me know how you liked the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's jump over to Patreon now for your extended. Much love, Virgos. Bye.